Over spring break, I was around my house quite a bit and around work. I've been checking cows because our cows are calving right now, and been doing some farm work and trying to stay out of the rain. The mud's making it hard, so I didn't really do a whole lot, really. That's really about all I did.
Okay, so what I did over spring break was I really just didn't do much. I stayed home, played some video games, played with my dog, went out with family. My birthday was the last day of spring break, so a lot of my family came down from Texas, and I was just able to spend time with them. So yeah, that's what I did for spring break.
So the judging contest season goes like this. We basically go to these different schools and we identify different types of things, or we take a test, or we judge these certain animals, or I have to judge meats, but that's pretty much how it goes. And then whoever gets top score, that's what my ag class is currently going over. I chose this team because it goes along with my ag class, so like right now in vet science we're learning about meats.
The contest categories for our chapter is we do livestock, meats, dairy, and then there's also a speaking contest. Since I've been little, I've always done livestock, and so whenever I got into FFA, I automatically knew that's what I wanted to do. And when I got here, Mr. Crutcher told me I needed to do speech. And then with that came dairy, and so this year I've been competing in dairy, last year I did speeches, and next year I'll do livestock. It's all just part of a trend that just keeps on going. It allows you to be more competitive and compete with different people.
Normally our contest season will last from the end of February all the way till the middle of April. This year, however, with Easter the way it fell and just the coronavirus pandemic, things got shortened up, so everything got condensed basically down to the month of March, with our state competition happening in April. The big difference between this year on doing contests and years past is we've had to go a lot of virtual type contests. They've shortened the contest season down. They're limiting number of students that can attend events, so a lot of our events that we prepare for, our practice contests, are ones where they're limiting only 60 students, where typically those would be ones that would have 250 students.
With spring sports being canceled last year, lots of athletes are excited to play their sport again this year.
So since there was no track last year, and how we're preparing them this year is training-wise, we started March 1st, and it's been a lot of running. We're trying to get back into conditioning, keeping guys healthy while doing the same thing. So our guys have been doing great workouts, whether it's running, guys that are going to the field events. So standout guys this year. So we have about 40 guys on the track team right now, which is great. And having all those guys, a lot of guys that are out there that are going to make a big difference this year for us. Start with 2 is our seniors, Sam Sublett and Brecken Lair. Sam's going to be in 4 events, including long jump and 3 running events. Brecken's going to pole vault for us. Cody Stacy's joined us this year, and he'll be a big standout for us running. He's also long jump with Sam. Marwan Ghanem, so he got to travel varsity for us when he was a freshman with the 400 and the 4x14. He'll be in that. Ollie Haley will be in there as well. Jimmy Vasquez and Kenneth Peak, and throwers, Will McMains, Cord Adams. So we got a lot of guys in that junior group that will contribute. Sophomore-wise, Cooper Royce right now our outstanding thrower. He's also going to run the 4x1 relay team with us. He's doing a really good job in shot and disc, even with some shoulder injuries. He'll be a standout this year. A group of young freshmen that are going to be a big help to us as well. Liam and Luke and Hunter and all these guys that are distance runners for us. As the year goes on, there'll always be groups that kind of stand out as the year goes on. Someone's going to surprise us, I'm sure.
I've been pushing myself further this year by saving the workouts coach gives me, and I've been coming in on the weekends and using those to run. I chose to do track in 7th grade, and then I grew a passion for it. And now it's kind of grew on me, and I'm trying to take it to the next level after high school.
Preparing to be a better athlete by putting in more practice, doing more work, and eating protein, just trying to build muscle and stuff. I chose track because I figured track would be a good sport to help me get faster and build leg muscles for the next football season.
This year's mission trip, the big difference was it was really hard to find a place to go. So we had to stay in the lower 48. We had to stay within the U.S. because there was just no foreign soils that would take us. The usual places in Mexico were shut down. And really where we went in Mexico, about everything was shut down still. Overall, the trip was very successful. We went to a Navajo Bible camp located near Farmington, New Mexico. When we arrived there, it was in pretty rough shape. We spent $2,500 towards the restoration of the camp, which largely included some gravel and cleaning and painting, and just make it presentable for when the campers get there this summer, that they would have an area that they could use that wasn't covered with sagebrush, tumbleweeds, and thistles.
Personally, I would participate in another missions trip because we've had a lot of fun on this trip and a lot of great bonding experiences.
My favorite part of the working part of the mission trip was probably being able to see the before and after of it all. The camp was really torn down in the beginning, and now it's really cleaned up and looks really nice.
My favorite recreational part of this trip was getting to eat a 6-patty hamburger on the way here. That hurt.
I do think that the trip was a success. Whenever we first got here, it was kind of a mess, and now everything looks brand new. We laid gravel down and we've repainted everything, and I think we made a big mark here, and I'm excited to see where it goes.
My experience has been great on this trip because over the 7 days we've had a great group that has really bonded together, and maybe a little too close sometimes.
My favorite part of the trip, I really like meeting people who love the Lord that are a long ways away, or I really felt like I was in a foreign country in New Mexico. I really did. It was the area we were in were very poor. I enjoyed meeting Don Fishgrab, who was a pastor nearby, 70-something years old, and he was just really neat, made a lot of stringed instruments, so that was really nice to get to meet her. Overall, my favorite part, though, that's maybe not so spiritual, was we shot off fireworks on the last day, and that was really fun. They normally don't get fireworks in that area because it's so dry, and so we went and bought some fireworks and shot them off. That was really fun for the last night. Returning to New Mexico, I didn't know I was going to go to New Mexico this year, so would I return? I have no reason that I wouldn't return. I would go back. I would serve alongside the same kids that went. I would take them on a trip if they wanted to go. I would help out Dawn and Scott. I would do something for Rosa. I would go there again.